Yes, my people, I say more we do some analysis concerning this the Minister of Works, David Mai, in his recent press conference concerning the ongoing project and the project which the FEC has approved. Uh, First, when I started listening to him from the beginning to the end, he never mentioned anything like. In fact, the South roads, the major South road was not mentioned. Then the southeastern road was not mentioned. Everything has been mentioning is not to west, not to west, not to west. I begin to wonder uh, what kind of thing is this? You understand? This is what the people are saying. A lot of ministers of wars have come all this before this present one. This is exactly what they keep doing, thereby ignoring the most of the roads in the southern part of the country. And this is not good. Like from 2016 to date, if I tell you what government has approved, the road project they have approved, till today, it has not been completed and it has not been done half. Like the one in October 2026, federal government approved the dualization of Calabar Itu Road. Till today, that road have not been completed. Then in May 2017, Federal Executive Council, which is the FEC, approved 54 billion for reconstruction of Calabar to Itu Road to a four-lane expressway. It has not been fully done. The same road though, in July 1st, 2018 again, federal government mobilized contractors with 11 billion naira for Calabar Itu Road, the same road though. Then in 2019, the federal government again raised funds from Suku bonds to Calabar Itu Road, another one again. Then in 2020, federal government to begin work on the dualization of Udukpani Itu Road in few weeks. In 2021 February, the federal government will complete Calabar Itu East-West Road with NDDC funds. Then in December 2021, federal government will release 185 billion for the dualization of Calabar Itu Road. The same money, the same road that they have released almost about, okay, in 2017 they released 50 something billion road. Now they have come in 2021 to say they are releasing the same money. In fact, for the good 6 years they've been releasing money for that road, until today that road is nothing to write home about. What is really happening? And no government have even come to prove them. Even though it's contractor that it's that money, have EFCC arrested the contractor or the government officials who are signing these bills, and at the end the road is not being done? This is why we say accountability matters a lot. The government, they are not accountable to the citizens, they are not accountable to anybody. They just do whatever thing they like. They approve roads, release one, and at the end, that is it. You will not hear from it again. And that is the reason why we are suffering. We are suffering today in various roads when you are passing some major roads in Nigeria, because of this abandonment, and the government will say one thing and they will do another thing in the other hand. Guys, I want you to watch this video, like and share this video, very important. See you in my next video. Bye.
Just a minute, permission from Honorable Minister of Information to, clear a few things in a way of announcement before I will now, read the memos. Because there have been a lot of, questions and, seeking for information on a number of critical routes. I'm not going to go through all, but just to let the press know that the Shagamu-Ore, to Benin route that is undergoing a serious rehabilitation now. And beside that, we are also doing procurement, for the proper reconstruction using reinforced concrete pavement. And on the Abuja-Kano, which we inherited, Mr. President, indicated that he doesn't want us credit. he's respecting the previous tax credit that we inherited from past administration, but we don't want to do tax credits again in his own administration. So the sections 1 and 3 that we earlier on earmarked for tax credit is now going to be procured. But FEC had earlier on approved the Beja section, which is 162 kilometers for 740 billion. Now we have not had it so good with Beja because we've been negotiating with them since September 2023. But yesterday we said this negotiation must come to a stop. And so we're giving them 7 days. If after 7 days they don't accept, our offer, which is the highest so far in the country, then we have no any other option than to issue them 14 days termination notice in accordance with the contract laws. But let me announce that the president graciously approved that the entire stretch should be repaid, notwithstanding that we are going to do permanent construction. So within the next 2 weeks, you will be going through the entire road without any pothole. That is what we are doing. And the Sokoto Badagry, let me announce that Mr. President has directed immediate, starting of the construction of the Sokoto section, which we are going to flag off the construction tomorrow afternoon by 2 p.m. It's going to be live in some of the TV stations. And then KB, 11 a.m. on Friday. It's good to announce that. And again, a lot of issues on Oyo Bomosho. Let me say that some of these projects have lasted for 18 years. They're all inherited projects. So we are going to do repairs on the Oyo Bomosho, and we are also doing a procurement process. The same thing, work is going on Makodi to 9th Mile, but we've directed for, some repairs procurement to, happen on that. Same with Kasinala, in Cross River and Makodi. So I just needed to say this, not also leaving Oduopani in Cross River and Akwa Ibom sections. So just a few. And so going to the memos that we got approval today, recall that when we took over, the president came on board, he inherited 2,604 projects, and with a contract sum of 13 trillions and a debt profile of 1.6 trillion. What Mr. President, did was to use the 2024 envelope of the Ministry of Works to bring all the projects, to make it, all of them alive. And that's what we did. And that's why we didn't have much of new projects other than maybe few constituency projects from the National Assembly. And so we have been able to manage, the projects as inherited. But there is no way we can cover the 2,604 projects, at the same time. So what FEC directed is to begin to rescope the projects and begin to phase the project in line with available, budgetary provisions. And that's what we did. And we did that in the construction of, Buo, Kangiwa, Kamba, Gaya, Niger Republic Road in Kebbi State. It was about 127 kilometers, but the fund available can effectively cater for 30 kilometers. So we have phased it into 2. First phase is 30 kilometers, which FEC approved today, and then the second phase is 97, and this will be procured when fund becomes available. It's the same thing with Yola Honk Mobi Road in Adamawa State. It was a total of about 176 kilometers. So what we are doing now is to do 58 kilometers within the limit of available funds, and then 127 kilometer will also be done in subsequent phases. And then we also have the Kachako Dambazua Road in Kano State. It was a total of 28.8 kilometers as awarded. And then what we have done now is to procure 5.6 kilometers phase 1 in line with money available, and then the 23.2 kilometer we be awarded next phase. So the beauty of this thing and the ingenuity of it is that these ones we are procuring and phasing will not suffer, a lot of inflection and fluctuations, due to a lot of dynamics in the construction materials. And finally, we presented a memo to FEC that where there is proof of funds, there is available funds. The Procurement Act allows MDAs to pay a maximum of 30% advance payment. And let me emphasize that this advance payment, when you read the law, it says may pay. And so when people are giving contracts and they don't mobilize and they say they have not been paid a mobilization, it is not legally binding because the word says may pay. And so some people turn it shall pay. So no, it's may pay. So where we have funds and we have available fund beyond this 30%. So what we are, we requested from FEC is approve that we first pay 30%, which is the Procurement Act, and not more. And then when the contractor has started work and to the satisfaction of the Ministry of Works, we should be allowed to pay additional funds. Yes, the law allows us to pay in terms of, materials on site, but we are asking beyond that. What is the essence of this? Is to mitigate a lot of fluctuation and inflection, because we have a lot of, indices that affect the Ministry of Works, like the petroleum, it affects it, the dollar exchange rate also affects. So we are doing everything to manage the resources within the available funds so that we mitigate inflection. And so are we be seeking permission from the Honorable Minister and my colleagues here, and of course the press, to allow me to exit. If there may be questions, he is very capable, he can answer it, and so that I can travel to Sokoto to perform the